All right, Shalom. Want to start out by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Shemal Shai, Shemal Kakodash. Double honors to the apostle of the great millstone. Shalom to all that came out there pushing the word of sincerity and in truth. Yeah, I just want to do a lesson on this this article on United Healthcare CEO shooting is driving corporations to bolster security. We seen this situation of this CEO. He got shot. He was killed. And what I really want to highlight is the fact of when these situations start to take place, you see individuals in these said positions go on a, pretty much fear tripping. Now they're saying like it says in this article, they're looking to bolster security, which we're living in the time where everything's going to be navigated towards that chip. As you drive through your metropolises, whether it's in Atlanta or Boston or New York, Manhattan, all these different cities, which is known as the heart of the city, you see that getting in a lot of these different buildings, access is more and more generated towards I wouldn't say artificial intelligence, but it's the advancement of technology is becoming more and more relative to the chip, and you have a lot of individuals trying to say that we're quacks or charlatans, and we just speculating certain points, and there's not going to be a device that's going to be imposed or implanted within the foreheads or right hands of the masses, but nonetheless, the times that we live in is showing otherwise. These different microchips already is all around us constantly. Me and one of the brothers in the camp was speaking on how devastation is going to be a major black swan event that's going to take place, whether it's going to be a pestilence, which the scriptures speak heavily of a pestilence, or it could be a T attack, because when these attacks take place, mass majority of people want higher security. They beg for heavier legislations to be passed, whether it's gun confiscations. A lot of individuals are protesting and they're speaking forwardly of individuals that carry AR-15s, because that's the gun of choice when these major shootings is taking place. So they want to try to take away the guns of the people, and you see a lot of these different Republicans and you see a lot of these conservatives that's not looking to get their guns taken away. So that's a conflict of interest, And Esau, he works through pressure from above, pressure from below. You have Hegelian dialectics, things of that nature. But Esau has left-hand plans where he's going to use said people, said events, like this, for instance, to advance the security within these different buildings, within these different city, states, counties. They're doing it in schools, they're doing it in businesses, they're doing it everywhere. So these individuals is trying to attack us, when it comes to the narrative of truth of what because it's not our opinion, it's the truth. As it is written, let the Most High be true and let every man be a liar, So we're not saying things, it's not our opinion, it's not something, our theory, we're not speculating. These are cold, hard facts that's already written. When John was on the island of Patmos, he already broke these things down. All right. That's why I said, here is wisdom. Let him that counted the number, count the number, and it's 603 score and 6, which represents 666, which is embedded within that barcode. So we broke these things down, starting off with our apostles and elders on down, and we're just seeing it take place in real time. And there's going to be a lot more events that's going to take place, heavier events than just a killing of a, United Healthcare CEO, that's going to push and navigate this NWO, which the scriptures speak about how this devil is going to try to fill his belly. You know, he's not going to fully fulfill his NWO, but he's damn near going to get far. You know, he will be able to go on a massive chip frenzy. You know, so without further ado, I'm going to get into it. The targeted killing of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, a powerful executive walking along on a New York sidewalk, is forcing a broad examination of security practices by corporations whose leaders are frequently subject to threats and internal internet vitriol. I'm going to jump around. But yeah, they're saying he's not the only one. You know, when it comes to these different leaders and corporate leaders, which they're the modern day slave masters anyways, you know, they're receiving a lot of death threats because what a lot of these CEOs and these individuals that's in high positions, they're pretty much robbing you without the gun. You know, they have the power of legislation on their side. You know, the scriptures speak about even Esau through his policy, he shall make craft to prosper. So these devils, you know, they have a lot of policies that's protecting them, you know, and they learn how to subtly fuck over the people, for lack of a better term, which is putting these people in a vehement mentality when it comes to their employers and things of that nature. That's why when you see a lot of these different targeted shootings and stuff like that, you'll see that it's not just some random person going in a random building. No, it might be a previous employee. You know, it was the individual that actually was dedicated. They might say this individual worked for the job for 8 to 10 years or 10 to 15, 17 years, and nobody would have ever thought that he would do such a thing. But they don't understand all the internals that take place of how this man has been deprived for his life, you know, in exchange for making these different companies multi-billion dollar enterprises, you know, and that's one amongst many individuals that's feeling like taking their CEO out, you know, or taking their actual supervisors. You know, there is a lot of individuals that have a bullseye on their back, and they feel it. That's why, you know, certain individuals are stepping down, which that's one amongst many reasons why they're stepping down, because they know it's some heavy SHLT that's going to take place. But nonetheless, you know, a lot of them know that they're doing wickedly. All right, so it says the targeting of Thompson also highlights the potential danger to executives who aren't household names. Though he ran a business that provided health insurance to 50 million people and brought in $281 billion in revenue last year, Thompson oversaw a subsidiary of a large company, United Healthcare Group, and wasn't its public face. Let's see, you know, this one speaks about executives in the internet age have faced rising risks as online databases make it possible to track corporate planes, identify executives' homes, addresses. Yeah, and then you got hackers. Police in they know the faces of these individuals. Police in Maple Grove, Minnesota, where Thompson lives, said that they were apparently bogus bomb threats at the homes of Thompson and his wife hours after he was knocked off. Yeah, so I you know, it's a lot more in this article, but the point that I want to bring out is this man is going to generate a lot of fear amongst the people, and he's going to use beloved individuals that a lot of people have been trusting in, you know, because these people trust in the shadow of Egypt. And Egypt, why was Egypt heavily trusted by the people? Not only was it a strong empire militarily, resourcefully, it had the Nile, you know, it had a really good water route, you know, it had a good location, you know, and the individuals were prospering. You know, they wasn't hurting in ancient Egypt. Even the Israelites, when the Israelites was in Egypt, of course they were being oppressed, but it was still certain stuff that they were able to get certain nutrition from the food that they was eating. That's why it tells you in Numbers 11:5 how they look back at Egypt and and they said that, matter of fact, I could read it because I always, I use this as humor because this sounds like just like a nigga. Numbers 11:5. The mixed multitude, but verse 4, and the mixed multitude that was amongst them fell a lusting, and the children of Israel also wept again and said, who shall give us flesh to eat? Verse 5, we remember the fish which we did eat in Egypt freely, the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and the onions and the garlic. Yeah, so they had free access to fish because of their water route, the Nile. I think it was, it was other water locations also, but the cucumbers, the melons, the leeks, and the onions and the garlic. But now our souls is dried away. There's nothing at all besides this manna before our eyes. Yeah, so those Jakes was talking shit, So Jake has always been unappreciative, But the point that I want to make is really how in Egypt, the individuals that was living there was getting a lot of victuals. They had a lot of resources about themselves, so they didn't want to leave Egypt. They didn't want Egypt to fall. But guess what? The Most High took down Egypt. Just like now, a lot of people got their 401 saved up. They got their pensions, their trusts. Bitcoin has just been shown to be like $100,000. Coin. So a lot of stock has been going up. It fluctuates, but some stock has been going up. Yes, so as it is written, victuals shall be good, so good cheap that they think they'll be in good case. These people really think they're going to be in a good situation. Everything is going to go back to partying and BSing, which a lot of individuals doing, but they're being pretty much played out of their spirit. Verse 6, lo, thou trustest in the shadow. Isaiah 36:6, lo, thou trustest in the shadow of this broken reed on Egypt, wherein if a man lead, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. Yeah, so if you trust in this place and you lean on it for dependency, it's going to result in your demise, direct sword damage, man. So the scriptures speak about the trust in the Lord. Because even with the sea hip, Esau's going to make it convenient, and he's going to put all kind of features and designs and things of that nature. And it's going to make a lot of people want to get it through just their lust. But they don't understand the extent of destruction it brings internally as well as, externally. So that's all I wanted to speak on, about how close we are through the spirit and this individual that got knocked off, how a lot of individuals want to either resign or find some type of conclusion to get out of their situation, and they're looking to really get that sea hip. We have a vehement hatred for the sea hip, but these heathens, they look at that as convenient, and they're looking at that really as a blessing. So with that, the brothers, hopefully the brothers and a few sisters that watch, edified. I'm going to end by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Shema, Rashah, Shem, Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Shalom, Akim.